Okay, we lost 2 days with the snow and ice storm, and we're at the midday of the week. It is what it is. You can't fight nature. And today's accomplishments were I made sure I covered all the yellow, the old paint, with primer. Here is the swatch. Let's see if I can back up. For the swatch that was given. And we're going to leave this right here on the toilet, and the owner comes in and can put that up there and make sure that color is okay. It's a nice color, it really is. Over here also, around the hooks, we made sure we put primer on everything, because when we start this color, we don't want any yellow profusely to be underneath, otherwise it won't look. So I put it on the primer, and that's how it's going to look. Nice color. Second thing got done today was all the baseboard around the floor got its second coat of high gloss. This window got its first coat. Everything else, the door frames, all the door frames got their second coat. So they're done. So we're getting things done little by little. Ceiling's done, everything except this window. And probably over here, I want another coat of high gloss. I'll do that tomorrow. Now these visits are short because, once I put this paint on, I can't do anything. I'm stuck. Again, notice how I paint it over because I'm getting ready for the pigment here. I went around these rails with the high gloss. Piece of hair or something. Okay. So, the rail here got its first coat. I won't say the rail is useless, but it's behind the curtain. My theory was before this was showered, it was just a tub. They used to hang towels and stuff on this, and they would take baths only. So you can see here how this is shining because it's still wet. I managed to get behind the tub pretty good, but I'm gonna do another coat back there. So tomorrow's deal is to coat this wainscot. They call it wainscot, SCOTING, is that style. Get another coat of high gloss on that. It's gonna be behind the curtain, but again, it is a high humidity area. The baseboard here got its second coat. We managed to do some cleanup from the old paint that was painted some time ago on the woodwork, and then put blue tape over it, see? And some places around the doors, you manage to get, where the old paint is. The problem with that is, like the old paint like that, the old yellow, if I get too aggressive, I'll actually take the finish off the door. So I'm gonna wipe it down with a wet rag and call it gives character to the house. Remember my other video I was saying, the only thing you would make this perfect, you would take every one of these doors down and work them on a bench and then put them back. That'd be the only way to make it perfect. And you know what? I'll wipe it down with a rag. Most of it come off. You really don't want that because you make the door perfect. You're running into it. You got storage up here. You bring stuff down, whack it into the door, so you're never gonna get it perfect. Try to get down in here as far as I could. See a little paint on the tub. That's not a big deal. I'll scrape that off. I left the shower curtain up, and the owner can pull it down. By the time tonight comes, I would say, from now, probably a couple hours, that'll be okay. So that's what it is. Tomorrow, second coat window, frame, second coat, this wainscot, scotting, that's what it's called. And that'll be the final coat for that. Put another coat on this rail, and that's done. Another coat in the window, another coat in the wainscot, and that's it. Everything will be done except the pigment. Wow, it has got a little gloss to it. Yep. And then today is Wednesday, tomorrow is Thursday. Again, these visits are short. It probably took me about an hour or two to go around the room. And again, I'm stuck. I gotta wait. So hopefully, if all goes well, Friday, which is the day after tomorrow, we start the pigment. And that's going to be an interesting couple videos on how I'm going to do that. And hopefully you're following and have your own bathroom just painted up and ready to go. But it's going to come out really nice. I just don't like the fact that it's taken so long, but when paint is drying, there's not much you can do with it. You have to be patient. If you're not patient, it will turn out to be a you-know-what job. It won't look good. It'll look like crap. One thing you might notice, if you look at this board, you see little divots and cracks in there. Well, that's supposed to be that way. These are two separate pieces. And what they usually did in the old days is they paint this one, then put this on, and then paint it, and you'd have a nice crackle on there. Over the years, people don't keep it clean, and they paint over it and makes it a little spotty like that. You can't see it up here when you're standing up. I would have pulled it off to make it a sharper job, but the problem is this is plaster, and if you pull that off, you're going to ruin the plaster, and now you got the wall cracking and all kinds of stuff that's unnecessary. If you put the paint over it, like I say, you stand up here, you're not going to see it. Things that are behind, you're not going to see. I mean, even back here, I painted, and you can't see back there. But I did the best I could to get the paint back there. I'm going to have to lay on my side and put my arm under the tub to try to get, but I got it in pretty far. And here, you can see it's painted. All right, so the wood framing, woodwork is almost done. Again, the owner will take this. She gets in, I'm gonna leave it here. She's gonna watch this video. And there is Mr. Test Spot. And as long as the owner is okay with the pigment, it's a really good match, I believe. Then we pushing towards pigment on Friday. That means trimming out and first coat. That would mean Monday, second coat of pigment. And once that happens, we now move to get the sink up. So we lost 2 days, and my guess is next week this time. 1, 2, 3, 4th day will be Tuesday. I'm going to forecast that the sink's going in Tuesday. That'll be my guess. Unless something else happens, and we hope nothing else happens. But again, we're taking our time because, if you get to a point and you can't move to the next step, don't force it, because it'll come out looking like crap. So here, we got a pretty good coverage. All those cracks got filled in. This window was just bleeding air with all the cracks. So I'm glad we got that. If you look, there are no more cracks. If you look back at the old videos, how many cracks are around this window. So this is how guys do when they don't know how to install a window. See how loose that is? So anyway, we did the cleanup. We're leaving the paint under the tub is not in the owner's way. The reason we do that, that's running paint, it's live, we're using it. And I don't want to take it down here and put it somewhere and take a chance on it spilling. So under there, it's out of the way. And that's what that's for. Another little tidbit, the owner wanted this toilet seat changed. And what we found out that this is a Bemis, this seat. Great seats, but guess what? See how big it is? How it hangs over the edge? The old toilets here, this width across here is 13 and a half. The newer toilets today are 14 and a quarter. Yeah, it's about right. So I called Bemis, and I got online, even sent the owner an email. I forwarded an email to the owner saying that Bemis doesn't make a seat that'll fit this. It's going to hang over like that. Might as well stay with this until you get the right one. I'll find the right one. The seat is not supposed to hang over. It should be even with the edge of the bowl all the way around. And I'll make a measurement today and put that in my notes for next time. Something else I found pretty cool. I was back here. Look at that. They actually put the name Standard, American Standard, into the casting when they made the tub. And these are nice tubs. I have 2, I think, or 3. They're nice tubs. You can actually take a real bath. All right, see you on the next one.